probably quite illegal. Hey Dan. So, last Friday was my last day working at Riverside, and I thought that this week I'd just have tons of time to record videos for this vlog, and I was really wrong. So, being that it's Thursday and I owe you a video tonight and there's like not a chance that I'm going to be able to get it done, I can at least have it filmed. So, this vlog post is going to be filmed all over Helena. And for the topic of this one, I decided to do something easy. So forever and a day ago, we agreed to swap a list of books that the other person needed to read. I ran into a huge problem doing that. Me and you have pretty much the same tastes, and you read considerably more than I do. Just about every book I was going to recommend you've already read. One thing that I do more than you do is watch movies. So instead of giving you 10 books, I got 10 movies for you that you need to watch. Not all these movies are my favorite movies, although some of them are. These are movies that I think you would enjoy, movies that I think you need to see. First off, you need to watch No Country for Old Men. It's got a lot of great ideas, it's great filmmaking. Very minimalist score, which I love. One of the things that I think films don't do enough of these days is embrace silence. This is a film that capitalizes on silence. Next movie that you need to see is Apollo 13. Apollo 13 is one of those movies that really revels in the awesomeness that is the space program, and it's a movie that everybody should see. The next movie you need to see is Good Night and Good Luck. It's got some of the best insight into what is media, what is our relationship with media, what should our relationship with media be. It is a great film, and one of my favorites. Excellent, watch it. Next film I think you need to see is Moon. It's a science fiction film. A lot of these films have in common is the use of silence. Moon is another one of those great films that really embraces the quiet nature of filmmaking. It takes place in the moon, science fiction. Sam Rockwell is the only character physically on screen in the entire movie, and he knocks it out of the park. It's a slow burn, but it's so good and you need to see it. Sticking with the slow-moving, quiet sci-fi motif, you need to see 2001: A Space Odyssey. It has this beautiful reflection on the vastness of space, as well as evolution, scientific progress. It's one of those great movies that does the kind of thing that when you realize you need to have a rotating space station to simulate gravity, you build your entire set on a Ferris wheel. Or you realize that back projection isn't working the way you want it to film scenes in Africa, so you invent new technology to do it. Unlike some modern guys that do that, you don't lose the story in all the tech. Next movie that I think you should see is The Illusionist. Be careful, I am not saying the Edward Norton magician one. I am talking about the animated French film. Hardly any dialogue, beautiful music, gorgeously animated. One of the best animated films you could ever hope to watch. Poetry in motion. Next movie you need to see is going to be Princess Mononoke. I know you're not much of an anime fan, but neither am I. It's a great film, perhaps the best animated film ever made. Just has to be seen by everybody. Next movie you need to see is Calvary. Just great insight into the human condition. Really great performance from Brendan Gleeson, who I'm not a fan of just because we share a name. He's a good guy. So you definitely check that one out. Probably my favorite movie last year. Kids! Sometimes you need to take them places. That's right, this way. You really need to watch the movie Breach. It's about a guy who's selling secrets to the Russians. Really interesting view on loyalty and friendship, and also a very quiet, thoughtful movie. Really good stuff. Today my last recommendation is Restrepo. It's a great documentary, and really think everybody should see it. I think it says a lot about the state of military intervention and stuff. So in closing, that's 10 movies I think you should watch. I think they're really good, and Brendan is dead!